Holy heck, how are we doing today, Empire enthusiasts? It's your boy, Edward Elric of Koala-T Gaming, here to hunt down some naughty rebels and help you guys figure this stupid event out. So what event are we talking about? We are talking about this event right here, the Chewbacca event. Now, Chewbacca is a very important character on your CLS team. This guy almost is like the bread and butter of the team, honestly. He kind of makes the team be everything, and recently I've been really understanding that a lot better, now that I have him 7-starred. So let's just go look at Chewie real fast, wherever he is, right here. Here's my Chewie. Now I have the Zeta on Loyal Friend. This is probably his most important Zeta, in my personal opinion, because whenever he attacks, all guarded allies will gain health and protection back, and he attacks a lot because, you know, he assists people that have guard when they attack. So this is really good because it goes straight on Han, so it keeps Han in the game a real long time. So I'm a big fan of the Raging Wookiee myself. So this guy right here, yeah, you're gonna want to get him 7-starred. I have him 7-starred, and we're gonna kind of go over today what I would recommend for a team and stuff like that, and a little bit of modding. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, we are in the Bounty Hunter faction. Let's just start with talking about what you want for your initial squad, who you want to build up right away. This is how I got Chewie 5-star, because really, honestly, it's really hard to even just get 5-star Chewie. So just build an initial team, and then if you really want to go in, you know, after you unlock him and get him to 7-starred, then that's what you're going to do. But honestly, baseline, let's get him unlocked. We want him as fast as we can. So, Boba Fett. Boba Fett is an incredible character throughout the entire game. He's never going to fall off. Him and Jango are amazing, but we're going to talk about Boba, obviously, because Boba has a ship. Very important that you're going to need for the Han's Millennium Falcon, which of course you want. But the reason we're getting Boba is because not only is he amazing, but super easy to get, guys. We get him real early in the game. Cantina Battle Store, you're going to want to start getting him soon after you get, you know, your first couple characters out of there, like Chopper and Ahsoka, whoever you want to get out there. But I would say Boba's a really good character. You're going to really want to get him early. Next we have Dengar. This guy's pretty easy to farm too. He's going to be a little more annoying. He's going to be one of your slower fast farms, if that makes sense. He's like medium farm. You're going to get him every now and then from the guild store with the orange currency. Now he's not a character that I'm going all in on, as you can see. You know, only got him up to gear 9 here. But, you know, he's a really good character, and the reason he's good is because Mini-Mine Mayhem, this is his bread and butter, in my opinion, is adding thermal detonators to teams like that. Thermal detonators are, in my opinion, so awesome. And he'll make sense for your starter team, too, why you would want him. So really, you only need to get that ability maxed. Everything else just doesn't kind of seem out. Also, you're just going to want to max payouts, basically, too. Payouts are super important. So that's Dengar. Next, we got Zam Bam WESELL. You guys love Zam Bam. I know you love Zam Bam. I love Zam Bam. I think she's great. I actually think her lead is going to be kind of decent for a secondary team for me, but that's just for me. I am not recommending that for anyone. She is just like Dengar. She's going to be kind of slow. She's a schmedium, I would call it, where you're going to get her from the Orange Guild tokens. So if you're in a good guild that is constantly, you know, doing raids and stuff like that, you should be fine. She's so good, and I don't even have, like, her payout isn't even maxed and everything like that. What makes Zam so good? Literally, it's her abilities. See what sticks. I don't even have it maxed. It's so good. Okay, you put thermal detonators on everyone, so you just get high potency. You put thermal detonators on everyone, you can get more and put evasion down, so they stop dodging stuff. And then this is her bread and butter, is her basic. So when you hit someone with a thermal detonator, you gain 20% turn meter for each living scoundrel ally. There's 5 of you on a team. That's 100% turn meter. So you hit a thermal, you go to the next person. You hit a thermal, you go to the next person. You hit a thermal, you go to the next. It's so nice. It is so nice. She can take, you know, if everyone has a thermal on her, she can take 5 turns, 5 hits, and then by then, normally you can get to, like, you know, because how long does this take to get back? 4 turns. So you can go hit everyone, throw more bombs, dude, and it's just like a awesome process. I mean, she won't be able to do it again because she doesn't get turn meter when she does it, but she gets speed up, so, you know, she can get there. But so I think she's really good, really easy to farm right away. You know, pretty good character on the team. Her with Dengar obviously are a great combo because they both have thermal detonators. So there you go. These next two characters we're going to talk about are going to be speed rounds because I don't find them as important right away. They're just for your starter team. In my opinion, if you're going to farm right away, you should farm Cad Bane and IG-88. So why Cad Bane? Well, Cad Bane has the easiest farm. He's got the Galactic War. That is without a doubt the easiest farm you can do. You can get 30 of his shards, maybe 40. 30 to 40 shards a day, as long as you just are, making sure you're keeping up with your guild, with your Galactic store. And also you want to get him because he's got the ship, which you need eventually 2 for the Han Millennium Falcon. And then the same thing with IG-88. He, in my opinion, so like you can farm him or Greedo. And I see why, you could want Greedo because he also has thermal detonators and he's really good, but I think you should just go get IG-88 because you're going to need his ship later too. And you farm his ship along with... Okay, so it's not the one with Veers, but it's the one with Poggle, which is it's fine for a farm. It sucks that it's still 1 shard. But you don't even need to go all in on these guys. I just kind of have them as fodder to get killed, really. So that's the starting team you're going to want to do. Okay, guys, so this is the team that I used to get 5-star Chewie. I believe they actually all were 7-star when I did it. It's just easier to get them 7-star. Just do it anyway. You might as well. There's, if you're going to go in, might as well go in all the way, especially with most of these characters are just in stores. So it's not that bad. We're going to really quickly, though, check out their mods. So modding Boba. So basically, on the bounty hunters, you're going to want a lot of speed secondaries, obviously, but that's what you want with everything. But Boba, crit chance, crit damage, obviously, because you want him to hit like a truck, and you want him to kind of go kind of fast. I believe, and I mean, like, yeah, I went for tankiness for most of that. Dengar, you want the same thing. Same thing with like tankiness, kinda. Some speed's always nice, Couldn't find him a crit damage one, but it's okay. So yeah, a little bit. You want him to be a little more tanky, especially because the event's kind of hard. They're gonna hit you really hard right away because the turn meter is so dumb. Really fast, your Zam, of course, you're going to want potency, you're going to want speed, but potency is really important. And in general, I would also say, if you can, so speed secondaries are good, potency secondaries are really good for the Boba lead. Well, I'll show that in a second, obviously. Cad Bane here, you want the same thing, you want the crit damage, crit chance, so you're really going to be eating away at these mods, so maybe farm these mods up as you can. Potency on him, because you want to get his debuffs like stun. His stun's really good. And the blind, I think, that he gives. Also, same thing going on here with IG-88, but you want more damage out of him because you want him to hit kind of hard. But yeah, that's the modding. Really fast, though, I'm going to explain the Boba Fett lead. So all allies gain 50% crit damage and crit chance, so that's more damage. You want to hit harder. You gain 50% speed for each debuffed enemy, so potency is really good because you want to debuff them to get more speed. And you actually gain max health equal to 50% of the total potency of all the bounty hunters. So if you have Zam, Cad, and then maybe a little on Dengar, you get a ton of potency, maybe a little on Boba with secondaries, you're just going to be building off that tankiness, and that's going to allow you to kind of beat that event a little bit better. So, and when thermal detonators explode, you also will gain 15% turn meter. So when that actually happens, that's always a really good thing. Alrighty, guys, so how are we going to beat level 5 of this event with this team? Well, it's going to come down to pure RNG, and trust me, you're going to want to punch your device a lot of times because it's going to take you about 20 to 30, maybe even 40, maybe more tries of RNG is that bad. So it's really simple once it gets going, and you'll know basically when you have a win condition, or you'll just get extremely lucky like I did on my winning attempt. The strategy, though, is there's a few things that need to go right. First off, Boba can never get ability blocked or stunned without getting out of it. So, like, if he gets killed but still has a chance to use execute on his first turn, it's fine. If R2-D2 uses his stealth ability and Dengar is not able to resist it because he is not under stealth at the time, then that's a GG. You can't hit anyone except R2-D2, and he's just going to, use Foresight, so nothing you can do there. Obviously, if Boba dies, it's automatic GG. Your team is not going to be strong enough without Boba. Basically, Boba is going to carry. If there's a scenario where Chewbacca does not get 4 buffs, you have to GG because you need 4 buffs to do the most damage. And lastly, if everything goes perfectly right and you get down to no one's under stealth, Chewbacca has 4 buffs, and Boba can go right away and use his execute, you need to get a crit. If you don't get a crit, you have to restart. I know this kind of sucks, but the crit is super important. If he crits, he's basically put Chewbacca in the yellow, and now you can kill Chewbacca right away. Once Chewbacca is down, then there's no guarded allies, which means now you can actually crit Han and Leia. You need to kill Han immediately after this. Once you kill Han, you should have the contract off, and now you can just keep going. Then get Leia, then get Lando, and then don't worry about R2-D2. There's actually been some RNGs that I had where R2-D2 would actually win, basically, by stunning Boba a bunch, but that's just RNG, and then you just freak out. But basically, if you can just do all of that, you're gonna eventually win. So basically, make sure Boba can get a crit on a 4 buffed, or if more, or and there's debuffs too, all that's super good. But obviously, 4 buffs, get a crit on Chewie, and then get him out. And then let Boba basically get all the kills if you can, because Boba needs to be getting his revive up so he can, keep winning. Then get Han, then you should have contract off, then get Leia, then get Lando, and then get R2. And then you should win this event, and it's just going to be kind of RNG. So you're going to notice I had a perfect scenario where I got Chewie out right away, and I get really lucky with getting kills, though. Like, Boba should have died a couple times, but I just been getting real lucky with getting kills. So now we got Leia out. Boom, he's gone. So now it's a GG. There's nothing R2 can do to do a 2v1. 4 detonators on him too. He just blows up from the detonator. So that's how you're going to beat that event, you guys. Alright, now if that event really did seem that hard, well, trust me, it is. And it's only going to get harder from here. Now, it's about the same concept, except it's not going to be the exact same concept. So what we're going to do for the all-in team, if you're going to go all-in my opinion, you're going to want to go Bossk, Jango, Greef Karga. You're going to add those 3 to your team, and you're going to want to replace these bottom 3, obviously, of, who did I just click on? These bottom 3 you're going to want to replace, in my opinion. And you're going to want to go Greef, you're going to want to go Bossk with the Zeta Bossk lead, obviously. He's the dude. You're going to want Bossk lead, go all in on Bossk if you can. Jango's really good too, because he farms. His farm is super important, actually. You get Jango shards and you get the Houndstooth, which you need both, and you want both, and he's really good too. He's another amazing, bounty hunter, and he's another good Mandalorian, so you're going to want that. And then, of course, Greef Karga I actually recommend. His farm is actually really good. I finished him a long time ago, and you can farm the Rebel Y-Wing with him in your fleet. So once you get 4C hard unlocked, really, really good farm, really efficient farm, because you can farm a really good Rebel ship, which, if you're building bounty hunters, you probably are also maybe at one point getting the Millennium Falcon. So now you can have a really good Rebel fleet, because the Rebel Y-Wing is really good, you guys. So I would definitely go get Greef Karga, and he really makes the team really good. He just applies so many buffs. He's like a Bastila Shan or something, but just doesn't do as much damage and stuff. But so bounty hunters are a really good defensive GAC team. So if you're worried, like, I'm going to invest all this time into a team that I'm not going to really get much out of, trust me, bounty hunters are an amazing team. Also, because they're scoundrels, you can use them in a lot of different events, so that makes them really useful. We're actually going to talk really quickly about these guys as mods. So obviously, Boba's and Dengar's, the exact same mods I had before. Bossk, though, what do you want out of this guy? You're going to want speed defense. That's what I've got going on here. And you're actually going to want a lot of speed, you guys. I mean, my Bossk, he's at, 218, so it's not amazing. But you're going to want a lot of speed. Like, speed secondaries, go for speed. Speed, speed, speed. You're going to want... I have health for these two, because he gains a lot of health back from his taunt. So that's why I do health, and then a little protection there. But yeah, try to get him some speed. He just wants to go fast. You want him to get out there, and you want him to make some noise and be tanky. Boba, we already know about. We're not going to talk about him. Jango. Now, Jango is just like, everyone you replaced. You're going to want crit damage, crit chance. And you want him to hit pretty hard. Now, I have health and stuff here because I needed a lot of tankiness out of this event. Honestly, like, the tankiness, if you can survive the initial onslaught, that's, like, all you need to do is literally survive the beginning and then get going. Like, literally, you start from behind and you just need to stay alive. That's basically that's another tip, I would say. So, like, I have them kind of tanky. Dengar we know about. And then last, Greef Karga. Greef Karga is a pure support. And support, you normally want health and speed. Because you want him to get out there and you want him to be, doing things. So make him fast. You want him to start using his abilities. He's really good because he stays under stealth on his own. So hopefully they're not targeting Greef and he can stay alive for quite a while. And sit in the background and wait for you to get your opportunity. And Greef's also really good on this team in my opinion because Sweeten the Deal can save you a ton. You don't need the Zeta, but Sweeten the Deal can save you a ton. When you're down and you just start, you heal back everyone's health and protection and retribution. And of course, if you have payouts, it's even better. Bring them in cold is amazing if someone's low enough and you get him up. I mean, this is pure RNG sometimes, but if you can get someone down with the bring them in cold, you basically win. That's kind of what I did in my run. So and his boss of the guild is really good too because once you get payout, getting payout with Bossk lead is so much easier than Boba lead. There's less RNG in my opinion. It's more of just like get your thing done and get out. But so this is really good too. So yeah. All right, let's actually do this run. Thankfully, this run didn't take me very many tries, only a couple. So I'm just gonna kind of walk through this one because this is a harder one, obviously. So the same scenarios apply. We want good RNG. It's going to be that. All right, so they're going to go after Jango first, get him out right away, but he revives, which is good. So now they're doing their thing. We don't resist anything, so I'm like, all right, well, what if I just instead, since I can't really do anything right away, I told myself I'm going to taunt right away just to make sure that they focus Bossk. R2 is going to get out there. Now, I think Greef's going to die, but actually, we're going to get kind of lucky here. I'm going to do something that you normally wouldn't do. I'm going to actually just go for Boba's ability block so I can ability block Han so he doesn't get multiple turns. Keep attacking, keep attacking. We're going to go for this, and look at that. Now he's almost gone. I'm like, no way. We almost got him with that one ability, so that's why how strong Jango is. And look at that. So now we're really raking in the dough, and I thought I got the contract off there, but we didn't. But we're going to get it in this next turn. So contract is now triggered, and watch, this is going to bring everyone back. Everyone just is back in the game now. Everyone's fully healed. All you have to do is just get the contract off with Bossk. You get the contract off and you're just in a good spot. So now watch this. So now that I have the contract off, everyone's, triggered their contract. Boom, another big hit with the ability block. And, we could go get Chewie, but now I'm like, you know what? Let's just make sure that we keep Bossk taunting because he's going to do everything. Now, this is where the big thing comes in. This is where we basically win the game. I'm going to use bring him in cold here, and we're just going to kill Lando since he's super low. It's going to call everyone to assist, and look at that. All those buffs belong to everyone now. Now we can just go mass swarm Chewbacca with a mass swarm attack from Bossk. He's going to take a lot of damage. Jango's going off because he's doing a lot of damage because there's debuffs. We're going to burn now to reduce his max health down. Boom. Then he's one-shotted. So, really, Jango is a big deal. Bossk is a big deal. Greef's a big deal. And then they work really well, obviously, with the already good characters. And we're just going to win here. So I would definitely say, this is a 3-star, by the way. We 3-starred this, which I hadn't done before. So this is just good RNG. But Jango is really strong. You're just going to want to get the contract off as fast as you can and just pick him off with good RNG. And as you can see, this is the end right here. Boom, we did it, guys. Let's go. That's 7-star Chewbacca for you if you just build this really baseline team. That's going to be all for the video, guys. I hope you guys get good RNG, because this event is super tilting in my opinion. But I hope that was helpful to unlock 7-star Chewbacca. And here's like the whole over guide that it says. So yeah, just get those bounty hunters. And it's really nice now that you have. I did this. I farmed it with the one-time rate instead of the two-time rate for the character shards. And I could say it took me a while, but now a 2-time rate might not take you as much. So, good luck, you guys. Good RNG to all of you, and this has been Edward Ellick of Koala-T Gaming, signing off. See you later.